Yo, 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 yo. Hello and welcome back, guys. I'm West, you're watching F for Fitness, and this is usually something that I don't react to or that I don't watch regularly, but I do like these death battles. Sometimes helps you remember that, hey, it's fun if you forget everything that happens in the world outside and just watch something nerdy every once in a while. So yeah, this one piqued my interest. Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna. As you can see, premiere will begin shortly. The fight hasn't happened yet. I'm recording this live. It's fun to watch these. I haven't kept up with death battles since like years and years and years. Like they have Harley Quinn versus Jinx, League of Legends character. No idea. No idea who won that. So yeah, if you want me to do more reaction videos, just tell me down below in the comments, hey, it's fun, do more. I'll be happy to do more. So yeah, my money is on Wanda between the two, between Zatanna and Scarlet Witch, because even though I like DC Universe more, this fight in particular, like Zatanna is just a magician. Wanda is broken. Wanda is so freaking OP. But I'm rooting for Zatanna because she is cooler as a character than Wanda. In my opinion, at least. Oh, God almighty. You have these 2 minutes. Like, I hate when YouTube starts doing this. The fact that you have to wait for the thing, then you have to wait more. Anyway, it's only a minute 20 seconds, so it shouldn't be bad. Hold on, I'm gonna enable music. This is too loud. Like, I hate the music in YouTube because they are always too loud. Here you go, a minute to go. Should be fun. Well, at least you know I'm watching this live, so I'm not pretending. Just like I said, I think between these two, Zatanna is just a magician, while Wanda is a like universe bending, so OB, like not even close type of character. But you never know. Like, before I watched Superman versus Goku, I didn't think that Superman was this powerful, and now I think that Superman's like one of the most powerful things ever. Let's go. Oh, by the way, The Northman, this movie that the show is sponsored by, looks so good. Like, I'm not a cinema guy, but man, I want to watch this in theater.
The Scarlet Witch, Marvel's Crimson Queen of Chaos. Zatanna, DC's magnificent mistress of magic. There are those who wield the mystic arts like gods to reshape creation to their whims. And there are those who just like to put on a hell of a show.
See what I mean?
Don't mess with them if you know what's good for you.
She's just a magician.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
She's just a magician.
Though we may drift day by day in a world seemingly concrete and eternal, the fabric of reality is in fact
Oh, I'm gonna get flagged. Like I'm showing
Imagine
these.
every single iota of it, every star, galaxy, universe.
I'm showing these images from the MCU.
To control at her whim. Imagine the danger we're all in if you piss her off. We don't have to, because her name is Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. As a kid, she and her brother Pietro were
She's 5'7",
who were lucky enough to be turned into super-powered freaks by the High Evolutionary. Unable to control her apparently
5'7" at 60 kilograms.
It wasn't long before Wanda lost
Yeah.
control and was branded a witch.
She's skinny, technically skinny.
The mutant Magneto.
It's been a while since I've seen Magneto in a movie.
So, to return Magneto's kindness, she and Pietro joined.
I missed his hand movement.
Great name there, Magneto. Solid branding. And it wasn't long before she traded her supervillain creds for a membership with the Avengers, which might have been a bit too much for poor Wanda because she definitely drew the superpower short stick. By waving her hands, Wanda could create small random events known as hexes, subtly altering the probability of any event happening. That's a cool way of saying she could do like one magic-y thing per fight and then be totally useless. An energy blast here, some telekinesis there, a force field if she's feeling frisky. Not exactly the same oomph as, say, the God of Thunder or the Jolly Green Worldbreaker. But something strange was happening. Over time, her hexes increased in breadth and
What
power,
is
as
this?
if there was
Like, what
more to Wanda's
is that a
powers than
movie?
met the eye.
Is this a
She learned to
movie?
slow and stop time, drain and absorb energy, duplicate herself and others, teleport to different dimensions, and even strip others of their powers entirely. It was almost as if there was more to Wanda than just being some random science experiment. Let's ask our resident expert on the deepest trenches of character history. Jocelyn, if you will.
In reality, Wanda's powers weren't entirely the result of the High Evolutionary, nor was she the mutant daughter of Magneto, as he's claimed. Her powers weren't just some simple hexes. She might as well have been a god. Until now, she had merely been dipping her toes into the vast ocean known as chaos magic. Though her powers may have seemed to be the byproduct of science, they were in reality the gift of the Lovecraftian elder god Chthon, who attempted to turn Wanda into his future vessel.
Reminds me of my summers by the sea with old Uncle Yogg-Sothoth.
In time, Wanda discovered she could alter the probability of anything she could think of, turning a mathematical impossibility into an absolute certainty. And vice
See what I
versa.
mean?
Wanda's powers kept
She can
growing
just
and growing,
be,
turning her into a
hey, I
being
want this
strong
happened,
enough to
and
rival
this
even
will
the
happen.
mightiest of gods. Like, literally, Wanda's chaos magic is counterpart to the Phoenix Force, the embodiment of cosmic order. You know, that fiery space chicken that can destroy the universe? Wanda fought it, and even briefly erased it from existence.
At her height, the Scarlet Witch achieved total control over energy, the weather,
That would have been a
elements,
more
your
interesting
mind, your
fight,
body, your
in my
soul,
opinion.
all of
Wanda
time,
versus the
all of
Phoenix.
matter, and all of reality. She can wipe you from existence with a thought and rend the very fabric of the universe as though it were tissue paper. She isn't even limited to chaos magic either. They might not have been what made her a god, but the High Evolutionary's experiments did make her more receptive to channeling magical energy.
I missed the X-Men.
She's so receptive, in fact, that Wanda is the lone nexus being of the 616 reality, a focal point for the universe's magical energies, and one that belongs equally to
I really
all
want more
other
X-Men.
timelines.
Like, I don't care about the MCU anymore, I'm just done with the MCU. But I want more X-Men.
She might as well be a walking, talking Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, she may have the power of a god, but she's still stuck with a human's body that can be overpowered by physically stronger foes. Though, she also survived being shot with a black matter bullet capable of, and I quote, world-shattering energy. So there's that. She does technically need to be able to think of a spell in order to get it to happen, so she could theoretically be blitzed. But she's also blocked Thor's galaxy-crossing hammer, kept up with dudes like X-Man who can fight within plank time, and even amp her own speed beyond the concept of speed herself. Despite being far and away the mightiest among Earth's mightiest heroes, Wanda resented the pressure of her incredible power. She actually wanted a quiet life as a wife and a mother. But because no one in comics is allowed to have a happily ever after, that life was taken from her by literal Satan. Not the last time he'd do this, too. Wanda snapped, and she took the multiverse with her. By tapping into an inconceivable and unknowable pool of energy known as the Life Force, Wanda rewrote all of reality, creating a new universe where life was just how she wanted it. No matter whose lives she had to change, in this House of M, she had her family back, but at the cost of her sanity.
And
Yeah,
it wasn't long before
she's a
it all came
dictator.
crashing down around her. Once her family and friends discovered the lie of their new lives and turned against her, she uttered 3 fateful words and erased nearly all of mutant kind. No more mutants. Wanda weaved her magic throughout all of existence, created cracks across reality which spread throughout the Omniverse, and threatened to annihilate
She can just
all
say
of
no more
the
magicians and
entirety of
Zatanna will
Marvel's
be gone.
infinite cosmology. Everything that ever was. Shit! got dark, and while Wanda has worked to keep her powers in check since then, that threat is always there. But honestly, that sounds more like a problem for anyone who's stupid enough to get in her way.
Both a blessing and a curse, a help and a hex. Such is the true power of the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by the Northmen.
Remind me why you need to be holding a god-slaying axe to watch a movie trailer.
Weapons of cosmic destruction center me, Wiz. And this movie's gonna be
Hold on a
so
second.
friggin' awesome. I needed something to match the occasion.
From visionary director Robert Eggers comes the
This
Northmen,
movie looks
an action-packed
amazing.
epic with a
If you
wide
haven't
range
watched the
of
trailer for,
stars
like, I'm not
and their craft,
sponsored.
including
I mean, I wish to
Alexander
be
Skarsgård,
sponsored.
Nicole
Give me
Kidman,
money.
Anya Taylor-Joy, Willem Dafoe, Ethan Hawke, and Bjork.
But yeah, this movie looks amazing.
Threatening prophecies in my dreams happens like every Tuesday night for me, so this is definitely my kind of flick.
It's an action-packed epic that follows a young Viking prince on a quest to avenge his father.
Like a Viking version of Hamlet, but this prince is very much in the not-to-be camp when it comes to the poor souls that decide to cross him. See, Wiz, it really is Shakespearean. Man, that was so cool.
You can see the care and research in every frame. It might be the most authentic Viking film of all time.
The action, the adventure, that slick cinematography. I gotta see this on the big screen.
There are two trailers. There are two trailers for this movie.
Exclusively in theaters, April 22nd.
Watch any of them, and you will be like, hey, I'm excited for this movie. Anyway, Zatanna.
Come all to see the magnificent Zatanna.
Ooh, let's go,
Never was
Zatanna.
there a greater professor of prestidigital performance.
AKA magic! Except Zatanna's spells aren't just smoke and mirrors, they're the real deal.
She's also
You're
5'7".
really getting your money's worth.
She learned everything she knew from her father, Giovanni Zattara, who put his powers to good use as one of DC's very
By the way,
first
this is Young Justice. I'm literally watching Young Justice right now. Young Justice is amazing. Young Justice is fantastic. It has such a smart writing. Please watch it. Watch Young Justice. It's not just like another DC animated movie. Animated show, I mean.
Father's incredible mystical abilities as well. Essentially, anything Zatanna thinks of, she can make real. And she focuses this absurdly powerful ability by speaking her desired effect backwards. Her father based this technique on the diaries of Leonardo da Vinci, who some theorize wrote backwards in order to hide his ideas from the repressive medieval Catholic Church.
Or because he was left-handed.
That's another theory.
I can write with both my right and my left hand. That's not real. You don't write backward because you're left-handed. I can write with both of these.
Speaking in palindromes so that she'd still be speaking backwards no matter what. I mean, you know what they say, Wiz. Go hang a salami.
This is Young Justice.
With her magic, Zatanna has bent the laws of reality to her whims. She's transmuted matter on an atomic level, teleported across dimensions, commanded the elements, turned invisible, removed powers, cast illusions, read and controlled minds, traveled through and stopped time, and can even wipe people from existence with a single word.
It might not seem obvious from that hokey magic castle getup, but Zatanna is one of the most powerful sorcerers in DC. Like the time she battled the Time Tailor Zord.
She's not Dr. Fate, though. Dr. Fate is still stronger.
God's divine wrath.
In order to defeat an opponent of such unimaginable power,
Man, that
Zatanna
shot.
focused her magical might into shattering the boundaries of reality. She reached out beyond the very comic panels themselves and pulled Zor's entire magical universe down around him. She literally handled all of reality like it was a sheet of paper and crumpled it in her hands.
That might seem completely incomprehensibly impossible to us, but it's all a matter of belief. Literally, as long as Zatanna believes she can do something with her magic, she'll do it.
As she puts it, her magic is essentially asserting one reality, then replacing it with another. This is similar to other magical characters like Dr. Fate and Green Lantern, whose
Dr.
powers have been
Fate.
stated to work the exact same way.
But it's not like any rando can do magic by wishing on a star. Zatanna is genetically predisposed to this kind of magical reality warping. Her mom was in actuality a Homo Magi, a subrace of humans that are naturally adept at magic.
So it's no wonder that Zatanna became an invaluable member.
This looks
of
like
both
Batman
Justice
the
League of
Brave and the
America
Bold.
and Justice League Dark. The Shadow the Hedgehog version, basically.
Zatanna harnessed an entire year's worth of sunlight into a single energy blast, created ruptures across all of space and time throughout the DC multiverse, and has even claimed she's as powerful as Superman himself. Pre-Crisis Superman, in case you were wondering. Her only limit is her imagination.
No, the reason why they said pre-Crisis Superman, because pre-Crisis Superman can just do this and will destroy everything.
Cast a spell with a single thud, and I doubt anyone's winning a quick draw with her. She's matched superheroes like Martian Manhunter, who's scanned every mind on Earth in a blank instant. Or how about Dr. Fate, whose magic traveled across the universe at the completely immeasurable velocity of God.
Zatanna has fended off
She's
countless reality shadows
she's not as strong as Dr. Fate.
upside-down man,
She fought him, but
immortal
she's
darkness
not
that is
the same level
incarnate
as Fate.
And the void beyond creation, Pralaya.
This shadow goop lady ate all of DC Comics, all of creation, everything. Gods, demons, rabbits, and spandex, everything. And Zatanna's magic was strong enough to hold her back.
And then, after secretly implanting Swamp Thing inside Pralaya, she weaved a spell within him to literally regrow all of reality back in seconds.
Zatanna tricked a being older than God and then blew her ass up from the inside with a whole new omniverse. Abraca goddamn Dabra.
Such is the almighty power of
But-
Zatanna's will. Should it falter though, or should her focus be disrupted, it could all come crashing down.
She's
like a house
only
of cards.
a magician.
Belief is a fragile thing after all, and her powers were weakened for a time after she lost belief in herself.
She's only a magician,
Definitely got
so keep
one
that in
big weak
mind.
point. She's a huge daddy's girl.
Despite her amazing career, she has struggled within herself to live up to her father's legacy, especially after his heroic death.
And this MFer has died a lot of times. So Z's therapy can't be cheap, especially after dating John Constantine. Oh, I can just smell the lager and self-loathing from here.
John Constantine is an awesome character.
Questionable romance aside, Zatanna is a consummate professional raised on one singular principle. The show must go on, and she'll always finish strong with a standing ovation.
So yeah, my money's still on Wanda. Again, Zatanna. However,
Relationships are hard and
hold on.
confusing.
I'm gonna mute this. Yep, Zatanna, however powerful Zatanna is, she's just a magician. While Wanda is, again, she's bending. She can bend the universe. Like, yes, Zatanna can also bend the universe, but she can do it through magic, not thought. Keep that in mind. Cool. I think
Anyone on camera if you don't want to.
It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy.
As this show is sponsored by BetterHelp, Death Battle viewers can get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/deathbattle.
That's BETTERHELP.com/deathbattle.
okay, here we go.
All right, the combatants are
18
set.
minutes
We've run the
of-
gamut through all possibilities.
Of blah blah blah.
Time for a death battle
2 minutes
with
of
magic.
actual fight. Let's see who wins.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And for my first trick,
Wanda looks humongous.
you.
She looks
What sort of two-bit
humongous.
sausage do you think you are? 2-bit? Perhaps I was being generous.
See what I mean?
All part of the show, folks.
Superman. Damn. She summoned Superman.
For an Avenger.
Superman versus the Hulk. Yeah, the Hulk is gonna die in like 2 seconds. Superman versus the Hulk is gonna end before it begins.
Do you know the
difference between you and I? Power!
Well, I think the difference is presentation. And I know a trick. When I
Zatanna drips with style. She's so stylish.
universes.
You can't run forever. Now make like a magician and disappear!
She's juggling. She's angry. She's angry. We don't want to make her angry. See what I mean? Wanda can just think it.
A disappearing act was the first thing Dad ever taught me. And for my final trick, no more witches. And that's our show, ladies and germs.
Seriously?
Hey-o! Now that's a magic trick that's to die for.
Analyzing this matchup was like walking on a tightrope. It could fall either way at any point.
Seriously.
Because at the end of the day, both
Okay.
these ladies could do basically anything with their magic. All they had to do was think and shit would happen. They were totally even. At her peak, Wanda was able to threaten the stability of all creation.
And at Zatanna's best, she was able to hold back Prolaya, who could do the exact same thing. And despite some differences, the omniversal cosmologies of Marvel and DC Comics are roughly equivalent in size and scope. All that was left for us to look at was their weaknesses.
Well, both
Yeah.
were as powerful as one another.
Zatanna is
but they needed to
experienced.
tap into the life force
Zatanna is
to
way
reach
more
their
experienced. She has
pinnacle,
way
and
more
doing so threatened
experience.
their sanity.
Let's take a closer look at the events surrounding House of M, where Wanda's powers were at their maximum.
Despite admitting that she was way stronger, Doctor Strange managed to get the best of Wanda with a cool head and a spell that briefly
See what I
knocked her
mean?
out cold.
Cool hat.
Wits against her mental instability were enough to turn the tide.
To be clear, this instability definitely wouldn't affect her power. She was still strong enough to create a completely new alternate reality and then erase it just as easily. What it would do is leave her open.
Also, take her No More Mutant spell. As insanely powerful as it was to affect the whole of Marvel's creation, it wasn't entirely successful. There was still a tiny portion of Earth's mutant population left unaffected, likely due to interference from Strange and Emma Frost.
Against Zatanna, who was just as strong and not losing her mind, she wouldn't be able to afford that kind of lapse, even for an instant.
On the other hand, Zatanna has managed to maintain her willpower fighting foes just as strong as the Scarlet Witch.
Again,
She didn't
fate.
have the same kind of exploitable weakness.
And remember, she doesn't actually need to say her spells backwards.
It helps with her concentration, but all her spells come from her mental impulses, just like Wanda. She's consistently pulled off non-verbal spells in the past, even against beings as strong as Prolaya.
In the end, Z definitely had enough experience fighting smart and keeping on her toes to hang with Wanda long enough to get in a finishing blow.
While there were definitely versions of this battle that could have ended with Wanda victorious, Zatanna's cooler head and effortless magic allowed her to prevail.
I
Again,
guess you could say
head.
Wanda never saw it coming, and Zatanna Maxim offed her.
The winner is Zatanna.
And by the way, the funny thing is,
Battle is back, and we've launched a brand
she's not even the strongest magician in the DC universe. Like, Faith is many, many times stronger than her.
more info, and thanks so much for
Who's
watching.
next? Next time? Oh, Demon Slayer kid. I never watched Demon Slayer. Jinjara. Don't know both of these characters' names. But yeah, guys, that was fun. Probably the people on the comments is now gonna write their angry comments, forgetting that this show is just for entertainment. Take it easy. Chill. Take a deep breath. You watched a cartoon. It's fine. Now that we have done all of that, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. Again, tell me down below comments. Do you want me to do more reactions? Because I would be happy to. Anyway, that's it for me. Take care. Bye-bye.